What's up guys? Welcome back to the shop. I'm Greg from Masterson's Car Care, and today I'm going to show you how to protect your brand new motorcycle. Now right here in the shop, we have a 2019 Honda CB1000R. This is a hyper naked bike with a 1000cc Fireblade engine. Super cool, it's super fast, and seriously pops the dankest wheelies. But we want to make sure that this bike stays looking good from brand new. If you're gonna buy a brand new motorcycle, that's an investment and you want to take care of it right from the beginning. So we're gonna clean this whole bike up, we're gonna shine it up and get it ready for the road. Now this bike just had its first service, which is a 600-mile service done to the bike. So the bike just had an oil change and a chain cleaning and a good washing. So now we're going to go ahead and give it some great protection. So we're going to show you how to protect the paint. We're also going to ceramic coat and protect all the plastics and the headlight and the gauges. And we're just going to make sure that this bike is ready for the road. Now, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to click that subscribe button. Check out all the other videos we have right here on this channel. Now, right here in the Masterson's Car Care shop, we have everything. I mean, this store literally has everything to clean any type of vehicle. And we don't just love cars, we love bikes as well. We literally love anything with a motor and some wheels. So let's go ahead and get this bike ready to go. Now, this is seriously a gorgeous bike. I want to talk a little bit about this bike, how nice it looks. This is actually a retro cafe racer. It looks retro, but it's actually very new. It's got the modern Fireblade engine. And one thing I really love about it is the single-sided swing arm. It just looks fantastic. And one of the coolest features about this, why I like this bike, is the red metallic paint. It really does shine, and we're gonna go ahead and put some nice wax on the bike to get it looking good. Now let's tell you about the plan we're gonna do. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take care of the tank. We're gonna get the tank all cleaned up and protected because that's where you're gonna lean a lot, and a lot of the tank is gonna be touched by your clothes and your hands. Then we're gonna clean up a lot of the metal, and we're also gonna protect the fenders because this is actually a naked bike. There's no fairings, there's not a lot of plastic on here. It's actually a lot of metal on the bike, so let's go ahead and protect it. Now the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get ready to protect the tank. Now, before I put the Mystery Glaze on the paint, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a microfiber towel. Let's grab one of our green microfiber towels and let's take the tag off. And I'm just gonna give it a good wipe down with our detail spray. Now, we actually gave this bike a full washing right when it had its first service. So we got all the dirt off, we got all the debris off, and now there's just some light dust on the bike, and we're gonna go ahead and get it ready for the detail process. So first, let's take some of our detail spray and let's get all the dust off. Detail spray is a great tool just to give a light wipe down, get all the dust off, and make sure that we have a clean surface to start some waxing and some sealing. The plan is that we're gonna put a coat of Mystery Glaze on here to bring out that nice metallic paint, make it pop. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put a coat of Shield on there to protect it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put a coat of Legend Paste Wax. That's really gonna make it pop. So there we go. Now that we got the tank all cleaned up, let's go ahead and put on a coat of Mystery Glaze. This is our Mystery Glaze. It's actually a gloss enhancer and glaze finisher. So this is great for new cars, it's great for old cars, and the reason I like this is because it's gonna make the metallic pop. So let's just take 3 drops of our Mystery Glaze, let's place it on the tank, and you see what I'm doing here? I'm just giving it a nice light hand polish. Now, even though this is a brand new bike, it literally is brand new right out of the crate, you still wanna give it a nice polish up just to enhance that shine. This is actually metallic paint, so it's not that dull looking flat color or like a standard color like black or white. You want this to pop in the sun. So what we're doing is we're putting on a coat of our Mystery Glaze on top of the tank. And I'm doing a good job not to get this on the plastics. Try not to get on the plastics, just keep it clean and just rub it into the tank. Now after like a few moments of just rubbing into the tank, you'll notice that the Mystery Glaze has started to turn clear. And what that's doing is, that means that it's actually had its work time done because it's removed any light swirls, it's filled in any deeper scratches. But why we're using glaze on this paint is because we want it to pop. I want to get that just beautiful pop. So I'm going to go ahead and reach over and grab a microfiber towel. It's one of our superior Silkline microfiber towels. I love using these to buff off glaze and wax. And let's just give the tank a good buff. Yeah, look at that. That's awesome. I love the shine on that, man. And this is a really main part of the bike, the tank. You know, naked bikes, Harley Davidsons, retro style bikes, cafe racers. The tank is really like the main defining feature of the bike. There's not really much other painted surface on the bike. So you really want to take care of your tank. You want to get it looking clean. You want to make sure it looks good. So there we go. We got this ready to go, and it looks great. It has more shine to it. If you guys want to come in close and look at the metallic, Honda just did a great job. When you buy a Honda motorcycle, you're really buying a lot of quality, and I really love this like dual paint right there. That's actually paint. That's not a vinyl sticker. It's real paint underneath clear coat. So we got that done. Let's go ahead and now put on a coat of our Shield Paint Sealant. Now this is what I'm going to use to put on the tank to give it a good coat. Now this is our Shield Paint Sealant and Protectant. This is a 1-year paint sealant. Now when you ride bikes, you want to make sure that they stay looking good because bikes stay outside all the time. They're really exposed to a lot of the elements, and I ride my bikes really, really hard. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a coat of our Shield Paint Sealant and Protectant to protect the tank. So let's put a little bit on applicator pad. I'm using the same applicator pad I used for the glaze. I used the glaze on this side, but that's what's great about our applicator pad is they're two-sided. So let's spread it out. There we go. Awesome. You see, I'm just giving a nice spread onto the tank. I'm just spreading out a light coat, and I'm making sure that I don't get it on the plastics. I just want to get it on the paint only and make sure that the whole paint is protected. And then we're going to give it a coat of wax a little bit later, but you got to let the Shield Paint Sealant dry for 20 minutes. So while the paint sealant's drying, I'm going to work on some other parts of the bike as well. So let's move over here to the gauge cluster. That's some part that's really important to me. Let's go ahead and take some more detail spray. I'm going to take a little bit on my towel right here. And let's go ahead and clean this gauge cluster right here. This gauge cluster can also scratch. So if you have a gauge cluster like this, it's like a screen, you never want to let it dry wipe. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and I'm going to take some paint sealant, Shield Paint Sealant, and we're going to put some right here on the gauge cluster as well. So let's put a little bit on, just a little drop. There we go. And let's put this on there. Now our Shield Paint Sealant, it works on paint as well, but it works on plastic, clear plastic. So we're going to put that on the gauge cluster as well. Now let's move over to the front. I'm going to grab some detail spray, and let's move over to this headlight right here. Headlight's so important. If you guys notice already, there's even a bug right here on the headlight. This headlight, because it's a round headlight, it just gets hit in the front with bugs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our detail spray, and I'm just going to go ahead and give it a good spray, wipe it down, and we're going to put some Shield Paint Sealant right on this headlight. That way, when bugs get on the headlight, it really does just wipe off. So if you got like a BMW R1200 GS, if you like to ride the long way around, this is a great trick to get your headlight looking good. So I'm going to go back to my Shield Paint Sealant. I'm going to grab some paint sealant. Just put a little bit of paint sealant on there. And then let's just put it right on the headlight. Boom. That easy. Just like a little bit of maintenance like that, just putting some Shield Paint Sealant on the headlight, it's going to protect that clear plastic and make sure that it stays looking good for a long time. Now, while those two areas dry, let's go ahead and let's protect the engine. So come over here, guys, and the rear wheel, well, that's drying. I'm going to go ahead and grab our Ceramic Spray Sealant. This is one of our best-selling products, and this is what I'm going to use actually on all the engine and the forks. All of this area that's plastic, I'm going to use the Ceramic Spray Sealant. Now, you can't use wax on these types of surfaces because you'll actually get buildup on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the Ceramic Spray Sealant, and we're going to spray it on all areas of the bike. So let's go ahead and grab our microfiber towel again. And come over here, guys. Let's go ahead and start on this rear wheel. This rear wheel, check out this rear wheel, man. I love this wheel. It's actually a single-sided swing arm, and this side gets really dirty. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our Ceramic Spray Sealant, and I'm actually going to put it on the wheel. This wheel is actually matte. I don't know if you guys can see on the camera, it's matte. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the whole wheel right here. Boom. And I'm going to spray the exhaust too with our Ceramic Spray Sealant, and I'm going to take our microfiber towel, and I'm just going to wipe the whole wheel down. Now what this is doing is this is actually going to give a protective coat to the wheel, and that way the brake dust doesn't stick to the wheel as much. And I can use this on metal, I can use this on plastic, I can use this on painted surfaces, powder coated. This is actually like a OEM painted wheel, and it's textured, so this Ceramic Spray Sealant does a great job of keeping the texture just looking great. There we go. Look at that. It's already looking much better. I'm going to go to the other side in a little bit from the back side and wipe on this back side. I can do this right here, actually. Look at that. So easy to wipe. This back side of the wheel gets real hit by chain lube and chain grease. So, you know, you want to do a good job of protecting your back wheel so it stays looking good. Let's flip our towel over to a clean side and let's wipe the exhaust down. Look how great the ceramic spray sealant works on the exhaust. It's just fantastic. Perfect. That's great. Already the bike's looking great. And you can use it on stuff like this back here. There's this rear hugger. You can spray the ceramic spray sealant on that and use it on that surface as well. So if you have surfaces that are a little bit more textured, like this engine piece, you can spray the ceramic spray sealant on there and you can clean that engine piece with no problem. This isn't going to affect the feel. This isn't going to leave a chalky residue. And this is much better than a traditional spray wax. See, spray waxes, because they have carnauba, they have a tendency to dry in little cracks, but this is not a spray wax, it's a spray ceramic coating. It's a spray sealant. So what you can do is you can spray it on the surface, you can wipe it on, and then it instantly bonds, which is hella cool. And check it out, we can use it on this part right here. This is actually metal. It's actually formed aluminum. So we'll spray it on there and then just give it a great wipe. Totally cool. Works on the forks too, and it's gonna work on this front tire hugger. Check this out, this front fender. This is actually plastic, and it's like a textured plastic, so we're gonna spray it on there, take our microfiber towel, and just wipe. And look how nice it makes the mat look. It makes the mat look so even and a great, perfect finish. Seriously. Looks amazing already. Already the bike's just looking so good. And check this out. This is gonna work on this textile as well. So come in here and check this out. This is a vinyl textile seat. It's not leather. But when you have a motorcycle seat, you don't wanna put anything on it, because when you have a motorcycle, you're leaning, you're moving with the bike. But guess what? This is gonna work on protecting the motorcycle seat, because a lot of motorcyclists, they cover their motorcycle seat with like a cloth or a towel because they don't want the sun to damage the seat. But look, this goes on the seat and it makes it look new again. It makes it look matte. You can even use it on this frame, on the plastic, on the passenger footrest, on the foot pegs. It's just an amazing product, this ceramic spray sealant. It's just great all around. And in just a few moments, I was able to do this whole side of the bike. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna go ahead and use our ceramic spray sealant on the other side of the bike. I'm gonna get that looking good. And I'm gonna let this dry for 20 more minutes, or complete the 20-minute dry time. And then we're gonna come back, we're gonna buff it off, and then we're gonna put some Legend paste wax on this bike, really make that vintage paint pop. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes. So we're back, it's been about 20 minutes and our paint sealant is now dried to the motorcycle. So let's go ahead and remove it and give that shine back. So now that our paint sealant is dry, you see this big old haze right on the tank. It's ready to be removed. So when I remove paint sealant, I like to use a nice premium microfiber towel. We're gonna use this silk-lined Superior blue microfiber towel. You can pick these up on our website, mastersonswax.com. We're gonna take the microfiber towel and I'm just gonna give it a good buff. And look at how easy that buffs off. And man, the shine, oof, it just looks great. And this is only with the sealant. I can't wait to see how it looks with the Legend paste wax. That's gonna be amazing. So I'm super excited about that. But I love paint sealant because I love how easy it just removes. You just put it on and it buffs off and you know you're getting great protection and it feels so slick now. I love synthetic paint sealant. I love using synthetic sealant on motorcycles, even if I'm not using a wax. Or even if I'm using a wax before, because that paint sealant is really gonna give the bike the protection it needs. See, this is a motorcycle, the engine is literally like right here, and the paint's right here. So it's in very close context to all the heat, and we wanna make sure that the bike is protected from the heat. And our Shield Paint Sealant, which is right here, this is actually designed for aerospace use and airplanes. So this is designed for like jets, airplanes, aircraft, because it's designed to resist hot and cold temperatures very well. So if you're like me and I love touring my motorcycle like around the world, I love going hot, cold, I ride all seasons, I wanna make sure that my bike looks the best and stays protected for a long time. So now let's move over to the front over here on this gauge cluster. I'm just gonna go ahead and just give the gauge cluster just a little wipe. And you want to make sure you're always using a good towel with when you're buffing off plastic gauge clusters like this. You really don't want to scratch that, but already the gauge cluster is looking a lot better. And then let's move right over here to the front headlight. See how the headlight's so hazy? This is going to be the best thing. Let's go ahead and buff it off. I'll buff off the top so you guys can see how it looks after. Wow, look at that. Boom. It's so good how good the headlight looks, and it's so smooth, because what this paint sealant is going to do is this paint sealant is going to help resist all the bugs and the road tar that's going to be hitting on the front of this headlight. Because man, when you're riding this bike in the canyons, like man, all that bug, it just gets spit on the front of that. So boom, we're good. Now the bike is already looking fantastic. It's almost done, but man, this is a beautiful motorcycle. I really want to take it to the next level, so I'm going to put a coat of Legend Paste Wax on there. So let me go over here and grab a Legend Paste Wax off our shelf. This is our handmade Legend Paste Wax. We actually make this here, and this is like our top of the line paste wax, and it's really going to look great on this bike. So let me show you how to apply our Legend Paste Wax. Now our Legend Paste Wax is a pure handmade Brazilian carnauba. So this is ultra refined carnauba. This is our regular carnauba wax over here. This is our original carnauba wax. You see how this is yellow and this is white? The white wax is a more refined and pure carnauba. And then also inside this wax is extracts like Monton wax, and then also peach extracts, almond extracts, and vanilla extracts. Great combo. So way you apply a wax is after you wash the bike, you just want to go ahead and take the wax. You can take an applicator pad and just gently rub it on the applicator pad, get a little bit on here, and then you're going to want to just go ahead and spread it out on the tank in lines. Now this is a really high-end paste wax, and it's really hard to see it being applied, but I'm literally just applying a super thin coat. You could see it melting onto the applicator pad, and I'm literally just putting like the thinnest coat. I'm going to put a little bit on this, on that emblem right there. There we go. Nice thin coat. Just go back, add a little more, and you want to go in lines when you're applying your paste wax, and you want to keep paste wax away from plastic, vinyl, rubber surfaces. You only want to put it on the paint. Like I'm trying really hard to keep it off of this plastic right here. I got a little bit on there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some super cleaner right now, and I'm just going to wipe it down on the end. There we go. That's it. It's really just on there. And this is a nice thin coat on there. You're really having to really notice it's on there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow this wax right here to dry for 20 minutes. So I'm going to give it another 20-minute dry time for this wax right here. And really look at the fantastic look of that. It looks amazing. And this wax, it smells so good. It literally just smells like butter. It's amazing. It has that smooth smell, and also has a nice original bubble gum smell, natural gum smell. So it's so good smelling. It's amazing. So I'm going to let this dry for 20 minutes, and then we're going to come back and we're going to buff it off. We'll see you in a moment. So we're back. It's been a few minutes, and now our Legend Paste Wax is dried on the bike. So it's got that nice haze. Let's come inside and let's give it a nice buff. So I'm grabbing my fluffy blue Silkline microfiber, and I'm just going to give a nice buff. Oh, wow. I love how amazing that just removes from the bike. Wow. And it really did give it a lot more luster. That's what I will say, is that carnauba wax, pure carnauba wax, like our Legend Paste Wax, it just gives the bike an amazing look, an amazing shine, and it's really like the really topping finish to any type of detail job when you can just use some pure Brazilian paste wax, throw it on the bike, make the paint look fantastic, and wow, man, this looks great. It looks so nice. It looks so new. And that's one of the reasons I love this bike, is this beautiful tank. It looks so wet and so clean. And now this bike, man, this thing is just ready for the road. Seriously, it looks so amazing, guys. Now this bike is clean. It's protected. The paint is shining. I know you guys can see that reflection inside the paint. Simply amazing, guys. And we want you guys to get your bike looking great as well. So if you got a motorcycle and you want to get it looking good, remember our Masterson's Car Care products, they don't just work on cars, they work on bikes as well. Now we're going to go and get this thing ready for the road. This is going to hit some amazing canyons this weekend, so we want to make sure it's clean and protected for its entire life. Remember, a car, a motorcycle, it's an investment. It's an investment in your passion for the cars, for riding, for driving, for what you love. So take care of what you love from the beginning, and it's going to give you years of enjoyment. just like any great machine that you guys want to pick up. Now, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to click that subscribe button. Check out all the other videos we have right here on our channel. And if you want to pick up some of our amazing products, our Carnauba Paste Wax, our Shield Paint Sealant, our Ceramic Spray Sealant, or even our detail spray and our basic maintenance items, hop over to our website, mastersonswax.com. Check out all the other videos we have right here on our channel. Now, I'm Greg from Mastersons Car Care. I'm going to go riding. We'll see you next time. Always remember, have fun, stay clean, and keep on detailing.